Good day. I would like to extend my thanks and well wishes to the Governor of the Mecca Province and the heads of the Ministries of Health, Economy, and Environment for giving me the opportunity to present my proposal today. My name is Othman Othman, and I was born and raised in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. I am currently in my first semester of the Public Health Program at St. George's University. Today, I will be presenting my policy proposal, why I feel it is necessary, and its implementations. The topic of my policy concerns the floods that have hit the city of Jeddah and its aftermath on November 25, 2009. The flood in question was the worst natural disaster to affect Jeddah in over 30 years and has resulted in the deaths of over 120 people and over $2.1 billion in damages to infrastructure, property, and businesses. Furthermore, the flood has also caused the displacement of tens of thousands of citizens from their homes, thousands of injuries, and very high rates of infectious diseases caused by exposure to contaminated water and toxic material and chemicals, such as dengue fever, cholera, and respiratory infections. Following the floods, investigations looking into causes of the flood found that there were many anthropogenic factors that led to the intensification of the flood and its effects. Two major findings were deemed responsible. The first major finding found that despite multiple hazard risk analysis assessments over the past 2 decades that determined that flash floods are the city's main hazard, no policies or systems were implemented to address potential hazard risks. Such policies would and should have included the use of early detection and warning systems to alert the population of an impending hazard. The other major finding was the presence of corruption within multiple municipal agencies. Officials in those agencies abused their power to close off storm drainage channels in certain areas to allow their business associates to conduct profitable real estate deals on those areas. As a result, those areas were hit the hardest by the flood, causing many losses of life, damage to infrastructure, and the collapse of multiple roads and highways. Other factors also contributed to the damages caused by the flood, such as the bursting of the dam that enclosed a lake serving as a sewage disposal area, and the diversion of many civil and emergency personnel and services to Mecca to oversee the Hajj pilgrimage and festivities. My policy proposal focuses on the preparedness of hazards aspect of these issues. Had there been a functioning and effective disaster management, prevention, and response system in place, much of the damage caused could have been prevented or mitigated. With the assistance and cooperation from the government of Mecca and the aforementioned ministries, I propose the establishment of a disaster management, prevention, and response agency within the city of Jeddah. The purpose of this agency would be to assess the city's current infrastructure and hazard preparation systems, and then develop and implement hazard risk reduction and mitigation systems and procedures, with the cooperation and expertise of similar international agencies. Some of the systems such an agency would implement are installation of early detection and warning systems, which are recognized to potentially reduce hazard damage by up to 60% if a 12-hour lead warning was given, and updating current storm drainage channels and the constructions of new ones to mitigate future floods. Another purpose of this agency is to train civil and emergency personnel on how to respond and act during future disasters. The cost of such a project is estimated to be $900 million, which represents less than 0.15% of Saudi Arabia's GDP, and is therefore considered a cost-effective and sustainable. Furthermore, I also suggest the establishment of an anti-corruption agency to review and oversee all current and future projects. This ensures that those projects are properly funded, executed, and maintained. This agency would also oversee other governmental and private agencies and corporations to ensure that such an incident is not repeated, and would prevent government officials from abusing their power or resources for their own personal gain. This concludes my policy proposal presentation. Thank you for your time and attention.